You've got to be kidding me. You know, I know it's just one loss, and I know this Raptor team is now just 12-3 on the year. But it's the way they lost this game. First things first, seeing Coach Casey back here, a very emotional moment. And of course, he gets the victory against his former club, coming back from 19 points and winning on a buzzer beater. Yeah, that sounds about right. As the Raptors lose 106-104 to the Detroit Pistons. That's awful. Look, we can say excuses all we want. We can say, oh, we didn't have Serge, we didn't have this guy, we didn't have this. Danny Green left with it. I don't care. This Raptor team should be able to beat the Detroit Pistons. First half, the Raptors are on fire. They're up by 5 after the first quarter. Play good defense, score 31 points, you're in great shape. You score 34 in the second quarter, you score 20, they only score 27. You are just dealing here. You are plus, 13, 14 points at the half. You're feeling fantastic, shooting 50%. They're only shooting 42%. Nothing can go wrong. Oh, wait. The Raptors scored, they're -1 in that third quarter. It's okay, you're still up by double digits heading into the fourth. The Raptors in the fourth quarter score a total of 16 points in the fourth. And it's not why, guys, look. I'm not mad that they lost. I'm mad about the way they lost and how it all went down. Guys, it's 104-104. It shouldn't even be that point, but it is. With 10 seconds to go, Raptors got the ball in Kawhi Leonard's hand. His gigantic hands. This is either ball game over or overtime. That's what we're all believing. Kawhi dribbles it down the floor, bounces it off his own foot and out of bounds. You're kidding me. 2 seconds left. That's enough time. They inbound the ball. And my goodness, they go for kind of like the I want to say alley-oop, but it would have kind of been like that to walk off the game. But instead, they get the ball to him. He fires it up. Siakam blocks it. That's nice and all. That's only 0.8 seconds. There's still 1.2 on the clock. And who inbounds these two shots? Jose Calderon. Why not? Why not? And he inbounds. I don't even know who the heck shot the last one for them. Who was it? Does it even matter at this point? It's terrible. I'm scrolling all the way down here to find who it was. Reggie Bullock. Yeah, look, it's underneath the rim. Reggie Bullock gets a little bunny, and he fires it in for the walk-off victory over the Raptors. So wait, Jose Calderon inbounded both plays. Okay? Coach Casey came back from 19 against his former team and won in that fashion. I'm not angry about the buzzer beater shot. The Raptors did everything they could on that block. And the final shot, someone's got to have that guy down low. I don't really... It was a wide open look, too. Whoever was there was late. But it's the fact that in the second half, you blow a 19-point lead. Or no, maybe it wasn't 19 points. But you're minus 13 in the fourth quarter. The Raptors go from shooting 50%, guys, and firing up 65 points in the first half. Can't miss a shot. To scoring a total of 39 points in the fourth and third quarter. Second half, you score 65, then 39. Consistency. That's all we ask. And the defense kind of shriveled up there in the fourth quarter when you needed them to be big. Look, the Raptors allowed Griffin to go off. 30 points, 12 rebounds. Andre Drummond didn't do a whole lot. They did a pretty good job containing him. Jackson at 13, Galloway 13, Stanley Johnson 12. They didn't do a horrific job. They only gave up 106 points, but it's the inability to score the ball and keep your lead up there in the second half that lost this team the ball game. You go into that fourth quarter, you got that big of a lead. All you got to do is make some shots and contain them on defense. You couldn't do either. The Raptors end the game shooting 49%. They shoot 47%, but the problem occurs again. Last game, Raptors only shot 29% from the field. They made 13. That's great, but they missed a total. What they missed? They fired up like 45. This game they only shot 20, but they made 4. 20% for the Raptors in the game. Horrendous from deep. 10 of 17 from the line. Neither team got to the free throw line that much, but the problem was you were 59% from the free throw line. You missed 7 of 17. That's not good enough. Somehow you out-rebounded them in both sides of the ball, offensive glass and defensive glass. 23 assists to their 24, not too bad. 9 steals to their 8, not bad. 3 steals to their... Problem, again, 20 turnovers. Guys, this is a problem. I know it's 3 games, I know it's 3 losses, but 20 turnovers? That's terrible. And even when you get shots, you weren't making them in the third and fourth quarter. More or less the fourth quarter. And numbers don't, I mean, they suggest that they didn't play all that bad. Siakam 17 and 7. Kawhi 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 dimes on 10 of 18 shooting, and 3 steals. Look, he wasn't bad. It was just that tough break on that last shot, guys, that really, really hurt us all. JV 14 and 6 when he starts. Maybe he should come off the bench more often. Ibaka obviously didn't play because of his sore knee. Lowry had 14 points, 7 boards, 7 dimes. He was pretty good. But guys, numbers could be skewed because the Raptors shot so good in that first half, and they were not as good in the second half. Period. Danny Green only had 5 points because he left the game. I think it was his arm or hand or arm or wrist or something like that in that range. He ended up leaving the game. So guys, look at who the Raptors don't have now. Norman Powell, CJ Miles, Serge Ibaka, as for right now, for this game. So Norman Powell, CJ Miles, Serge Ibaka, now Danny Green left the game. We don't know how serious it is. And Greg Monroe was fantastic. He's got to find more time when you're playing more natural bigs. So, I guess old school bigs. 21 minutes. 17 and 9 for Greg Monroe. 8 of 10 shooting. He had a steal as well. Yeah, he was a minus on the floor, but I mean, Fred VanVleet, guys, was a minus 16. He has not been Fred VanVleet of last season. He's not making his shots. His shooting percentage is down. But the problem today was the inability to close the game and turnovers. That was the focus. Everything about the end of this game, terrible. Just downright terrible. You know what I mean, guys? And look, I love this team. I love this Raptor team. But that was a problem there today. And the reason, we talked about in the last video, that this game was a must. You guys remember why? Because after this game, the Raptors head to Boston to take on the Celtics. And I don't care what their record is. I don't care who they played, who they've lost to lately. They beat Chicago by almost 20 here today. And you're going to play in TD Garden in Boston. It's not easy to play there, especially now that the Raptors have not played well in back-to-back games. So guys, pull up your socks. It's going to be a dogfight there on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Tonight was an awful game. It leaves that sting in all of us. It was a great reception for Dwane Casey. I love what they did before the game. I love what they did in that first possession. Really weird how in the first TV timeout they do the tribute. And everybody started playing, and they've already started for like 2 minutes. And now they got to stop and watch a tribute? Do it like hockey. Do it before the game. And then when the flow of the game gets going, all right, let's keep it rolling. Very weird there, but a great tribute for Dwane Casey. And but other than that, Raptors lose. That's all there is to it, guys. I'm just going to end it off there. You know what, guys? If you guys enjoyed this video and didn't enjoy this game whatsoever, the end of it, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you think of the game. What did you think of the second half? What did you think of Kawhi Leonard? Look, you can't say he's terrible because of that last play. He was the best Raptor on the floor, 27 and 9. Ridiculously good numbers for him in that game. It was the inability to make shots in the third and fourth quarter, more or less the fourth quarter for the Raptors, and turnovers, giant problem. All right, I'm going to hear what you guys have to say about this game as a whole, what your expectations are Friday night against Boston in Boston. It's going to be a dogfight, and Evan and I will talk to you guys tomorrow afternoon. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes, guys. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, and I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night. Or I guess technically it's going to be Friday morning, but game time, 10:30 at the Shark Tank, taking on the San Jose Sharks, as the Leafs look to go 2-0 so far on their West Coast trip. They won their first game against LA. Now they're in San Jose for game 2 tomorrow night. And as for the Raptors, like we've been saying, guys, they take on the Boston Celtics at TD Garden in Boston, 7 o'clock tip-off. This team has to play a full 48 minutes or they are not going to have fun there in Boston. That team is good. I don't care what the record is. All right, so it's going to be a dogfight. I'm hoping we see the team we saw for the first, 13 games? I guess 12 if you want to talk about the wins. But we got to see a better team than we did today and in the last game. Like a full 48 minutes. First half was great. Second half, terrible. So we're going to have to wait and see, guys, how all that goes on Friday night. We'll talk to you guys then.